Good evening, everybody. Rose Thorne here. Today I am doing a react video to Foodie Beauty's live stream, which is still in progress, called N and D Are Liars. So in a live stream that Foodie did before she left to go to Cuba, she hinted there was some tea about Nader, but she wouldn't go into it. But here she is. She's in Cuba, and she is talking about Nader and Dede. I don't know why she would use her vacation time to do that. I mean, she's on vacation. Why not talk about good things? Why not enjoy the surroundings and the weather and the people? But she's in her room and she's going on and on about Nader and Dede. And I, for the life of me, I just don't understand why. Why spend your vacation time reminiscing or going on about people who are thousands of miles away from you? But this live stream is in progress. I'm going to go ahead and cover it because I got a feeling this is going to be on the dirty delete list. So let's just go ahead and get started with this bad boy. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. So the chat is not going to match. I want to catch this before she gets rid of it. If she does get rid of it, I got a feeling she is going to get rid of it. So let's get to, shall we?
What? Okay, so yeah, I'm spilling tea internationally because I can't enjoy my fucking vacation until it makes sense. I need to tell you what happened so you can tell me if I'm in the wrong here. I need to know if I'm in the wrong because I'm being told that I'm in the wrong here. So let me tell you about the situation that happened this weekend. Okay. And then you can tell me who's wrong.
Okay.
You tell me your side of the story.
Okay.
You tell me what you think. Okay.
Tell us.
Yeah, and I don't even care. I don't care if we both go to jail at this point. I'm so out of my mind. I don't care. So how about this? All right. So yeah, I knew he was moving or whatever, and being away from him for a while was
Okay.
Actually, I was doing great. And then what happens with me with him is that if I see him again or any kind of contact, it's like ripping off a scab for me, and he doesn't understand that because he doesn't have feelings the same. That's obvious. I just confirmed that. So whatever. Anyways, okay. No, I can't breathe because I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. It's like he fucking torments me behind the scenes and you don't see any of it. And him and Dede go online and they act fucking normal and make me look crazy. That's what fucking happens every time. Every time I trust him again, he fucks me over again.
Okay, stop right here. You're saying that he torments you behind the scenes. Foodie, how does he do that? He doesn't have a car, so he can't come to see you by car unless somebody pays for an Uber. So he's not coming over to your house. You turned his phone on. You could turn the phone off anytime you want. Anytime. And even if he sent you a message through, say, Facebook Messenger, you don't have to talk to him. You are maintaining contact with this man because you want to speak to him. You are allowing this contact. You guys are supposed to not be talking to each other at all. And yet you keep going back. You keep talking to him. You're saying that, oh, he torments me behind the scenes. If he does, it's because you're allowing it. You're talking to him. You're giving him money. You're keeping things going. You could turn your back and then not turn around. And if this man has done all these horrible things to you, that's what you should be doing. Like right now, you're in Cuba, you're on vacation, girlfriend, you paid for the ticket, you did the damn thing, you're on this trip. Why are you thinking about him? Why are you talking about him? Why are you spoiling your own vacation by putting yourself in that headspace? Make it make sense.
Welcome, spooky girl. Ready, set, repeat. Anyways, so you know what? You fucked me over the last time. I'm gonna fuck you over now. Okay? How about that? So yeah, you deserve it. You need to.
So he effed you over. Now you're gonna F him over by talking about him on your vacation. You spent all that money to come on vacation just to F him over. Anybody out there that does not know that Foodie is a spiteful person, this proves it. She's a spiteful person. She is. She's on vacation. She could be spending her vacation doing what she promised, which is giving everybody awesome content with vlogs and whatnot, and just showing everything great about Cuba, showing us the beach, showing us the sunsets or the sunrise or the sand or whatever, giving everybody a break and providing a palate cleanser for all of the negative content she's been giving up for the last several months. But no, even in Cuba, she still insists on talking about Nader. Foodie, we're tired of Nader. We're tired of hearing about him. We are tired of hearing his name. Why are you insisting on your vacation in bringing him with you on your vacation? It's supposed to be about you and growing as a person and going to different places and doing different things. Even thousands of miles away, why are you continuing to bring him with you? Leave him behind. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the sights. Enjoy the people. Enjoy the food. You said that's what you wanted to do. Leave Nader behind. He doesn't care about you. He cares about your money. He doesn't care about you. We've been telling you that for months.
Be held accountable. You never take accountability for anything you fucking do. So, it's so unbelievable. I can't even tell. Like, okay, so here's who's in the wrong. Basically, I was in contact with Dede because I'm not allowed to talk to Nader. So talking.
There we go. We're getting to the heart of it. She's in contact with Dede. This same Dede that she put down and she threatened before, that same Dede. Still talking to Dede. Why is Dede talking to her? Why are they communicating with each other? I don't see a reason why she and Dede should have communication with each other. Do you? See, I've been saying for the longest that I think her and Dede and Nader are all in cahoots with each other. And they're all in it for the money. Dede is a willing accomplice to everything that's happening. Maybe she's getting some financial kickback. I don't know. Maybe she's going along with it because she has to go along with it. But she's a willing accomplice. If she's still talking to Chantal, it doesn't make sense why she would still talk to Chantal after all the things that Chantal has said about her, unless there was a good reason to keep her in place. So yeah, she's talking to Dede. Why?
Fucking Dede as the fucking mediator. You know why? Because Nader can't have a friggin'. Anyway.
What is there to mediate? I'm sorry I'm getting mad and getting loud over here, guys, but this is just driving me mad. What is there to mediate? Why does there need to be mediation? Chantal's done with Nader. Nader's done with Chantal. What in the world do they need to mediate about? They don't have kids. They don't have joint property. They don't have pets. There's nothing connecting them. Why does Dede have to be the middleman?
Anyway, I'm not going to insult him because I don't want to I don't want to get reported. I'm telling what happened, and I'm allowed to tell what happened. So I'm not insulting anybody. I'm telling what happened. So what happened was, one of my friends wanted it back. I just said basically, I knew he was moving and he doesn't have any care for people's things. So he would just probably throw out my stuff, or I don't know what he would do with my stuff. He didn't even bother to even ask Dede to contact me. What are you going to do? Just leave it there and move to Montreal and forget any sentimental stuff I left behind or whatever. So anyway, I was going to make an arrangement. I just said, I messaged Dede and
there were many occasions where if Foodie cared about anything that was at Nader's house, she could have gotten it on many occasions, but she didn't care about the stuff. She said that on other occasions too. She doesn't care about the stuff. She's got the money. She can buy new stuff if she wants. All of that hoo-ha over he's got this of mine and he's got that of mine. She never cared about the stuff. She used the stuff as anchors to continue to talk to him and go back over there and see him. It was never about the stuff. It was the fact that stuff was over there and that gave her a reason to stay in contact with Nader. All she cared about was Nader and being around Nader and talking to Nader, and the stuff gave her an excuse to be around him or to talk to him. That was all it ever was.
Just saying hey, and I have all the messages. And I said, hey, I don't really, if you're going to throw the blanket out, I get it. So maybe I can arrange to get it from you. So anyway, he ended up getting on the fucking video chat and we were talking or whatever. And then he told me to come get my shit. And then I ended up.
Hold on. So these two are not supposed to be talking. period. They're not supposed to be communicating. And they got on a video chat and talked. Isn't that a big no-no if you got a court case or if you got charges pressed against you? I said before, I don't think the charges were ever filed. Natter's been in trouble before with the law. So if you just for argument's sake, anybody out there watching this react, if you ever got in trouble with the law to the point where you're still on probation and somebody allegedly puts charges on you and you know it's a no contact order, would you risk going to jail talking to that person for any reason? Hell no, you wouldn't. The only way that Nader would talk to Chantal is if there were no charges filed and that whole thing was fake and phony.
We ended up talking, and I don't know if he trusted me or whatever, but I ended up driving them to Montreal, and they're gonna lie and be like, no, he didn't, because he's gonna get in trouble. But this is the thing: you were too concerned about getting in trouble. You fucking lie to me, and you drive me crazy. Like, he had no. Okay, so here's the thing: I drive them to Montreal. They're like, we're gonna pick up bottles of wine because Dede asked her to show you behind her sink. She has like 800 fucking empty wine bottles. She doesn't.
So hold on a minute. When Nader was going to Montreal, when he was moving to Montreal, is this what she's talking about? She drove them there, or was this another occasion?
Sleep. She drinks wine all night. Anyways, because I'm pretty sure he's driving her nuts. Like, she must be in love with him, and he's like fucking with her and using her now. He's moved. Look up narcissistic triangulation. He's moved right the fuck on. Like, and I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. I know I look crazy. I'm going to admit to you right now I'm crazy because just not long ago I messaged him.
You know what, Chantal? I think you and Dede are both stupid. I think you're both stupid. I think you're stupid for seeing these qualities in this man, and yet you can't break away from him. You see the fact that he's using you for your money. You see how he's using Dede, and yet you're still obsessed. And Dede's a freaking idiot for seeing what's going on with you and him, and she's not breaking away. You're both morons. You both are. I mean, what the hell are you both fighting over? A guy who doesn't have a job, doesn't have money, he mooches money off of women. That's how he makes his living. What is he bringing to the table? What is so great about Nader that women are fighting over him and getting obsessed over him? Because I don't see it. I see a useless loser. You and Dede are both idiots. You're both fighting over a useless loser. He's a dime a dozen. You're going off about Nader and you're giving him far more power than what he deserves. You're obsessing over the fact that, you're not taking accountability for what you did to me. What are you expecting from Nader? A manifesto of I'm sorries and apologies? It ain't going to happen. He's never going to give it to you. So what you have to do is realize that what you want, you're not going to get from him. And the best revenge, my dear, is doing well in life. You want to get back at him? Do well. Act like he doesn't exist. Live your best life. Don't give him any money. Show him who a real boss bitch is. Live your life and X him out and let him suffer in silence with whatever it is he's got going on his side of the fence. That is how you take control. That's how you get revenge. Not by making live stream after live stream and going off about him, because by doing that, you're showing him how weak you really are.
I want to move in with him. Like, I'm like that with him. Like, I'm like 1 minute, I want to fucking destroy him. And then the next minute, because of everything he's done to me, like, I feel like I can't get past, like, I don't know. Like, anyway. And then the next minute, I'm like in love. Like, I'm just obsessed. I don't know, like, my feelings are fucked. Like, and I feel like it's like
I'll tell y'all what's going on here right now. So before Chantal flew to Cuba, she had a big habit with the white stuff and the green stuff, doing massive amounts of the party favors of all kinds. And she did not taper off her use before coming to Cuba. And she just had to fly 4 hours sober. Sober? What the heck is sober? Sober. I can talk, I promise. She's having to do without her party favors while in Cuba. So Miss Mama is having an emotional moment and she's crashing and she doesn't have anything to buffer her from reality. So like all of this stuff, all this frustration, all these feelings are hitting her right upside the head. And instead of dealing with things alone and getting her head straight, she's turning on the camera, which is bad. She's supposed to be enjoying herself in Cuba and she's not enjoying herself. She's having to deal with this vacation sober. And she did not try to ease into sobriety way before her trip started.
Product of him constantly fucking manipulating, like just constantly. Like, for example, this weekend, he had no problem, and Dede too had no problem with me risking him in the protective order, breaking the protective order to go to Gatineau and get my shit when he's there. But then when we get to Montreal and shit went south, so basically, like, I wanted to get, like, I want privacy. I wanted fucking privacy with him. So, like, yes, I've seen him again, so that, like, made me want to see him over and over and over again. Like, I was, like, rehooked, and I wanted to see him, so I wanted to get a hotel, and I wanted to spend my birthday with him in a hotel. Bad, stupid, I know, whatever, fuck, whatever.
Yep, and you disappeared for 2 days, and we all knew exactly where you were going, and we knew who you were talking to, and you sat there up and down and denied, oh, I'm not seeing him. Well, that was a lie, wasn't it? Because you're saying that you did see him. See, we know you better than you know yourself. And this is why it's a bad idea to lie to us, Chantal, because we know you better than you know you. And sitting there and denying the truth doesn't mean that your version is true. We know you. We know that when you disappear for days, we know where you're at. We know who you're talking to. We know. That's why you should just tell the truth now. Stop lying. What's the worst that could happen if you tell the truth? That's what makes everybody that the most mad is not what you do with your time, but the fact that you lie about it and you think that we're stupid and we don't know better, and we do. Come clean, and you won't get nearly the flack that you do when you lie.
It is what it is. That's what I wanted, and he wanted to, I guess. He got in my car, and we were driving away, and fucking Dede freaking calling, freaking out. Come back, Nader, come back, Nader. She's like, I'm going to the hotel with Chantal. She's like, no, you're not. And it's like, why are you so concerned? Like, are you fucking for real? Like, oh my God. So then I'm pissed. Like, you're lying to me, obviously.
Well, Nader's a moron for talking to you, number one. Number two, for spending time with you. I mean, if there's this protective order, he shouldn't be talking nor seeing you nor spending time with you, period. End of story, right? This is the guy you allegedly filed charges on, DV and SA, and you want to go be alone with him in a room somewhere? Really? You brought this to the table. You brought the DV and the SA to the table, but yet after filing those charges, you want to go and spend time with him. I'm telling you guys, I feel the whole filing charges thing was a deep fake. That never happened because he's on probation and he knows that any kind of contact with Chantal would get him in trouble. Why would he risk that? Why would he risk going to jail talking to Chantal unless no charges were ever filed? We never saw her talk to a police officer. We never saw her go into a police station. We never saw him get picked up. How do we know the charges were filed? My guess is charges were never filed. It was a deep fake to get sympathy and super chats. It was all a lie because here we are and she's confessing to seeing him. Yeah, she did that.
If she's that invested, she's like and threatening to talk to your harem about it and drinking wine. So we go back to her house. He convinced me to go back to her house. Anyway, like, you have a fucking mom. You have, like, nice life you have. Oh, that's what gets me mad. What was wrong with your old life with me? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, how somebody who can just, like, fuck with your fucking heart and your emotions and then just move on. Like, you were nothing. And just ignore me. I've sent him messages all fucking day. Like, oh, I can't do this. I can't live like this. It's going to destroy me. And he doesn't, like, oh, I can't.
You know, I'm wondering if she's doing this live stream from Cuba because she knows she can say whatever she wants about Nader and she's so far away that he can't possibly do anything to her. I wonder if that's the reason why she waited until Cuba to say all this. She didn't say it while she was in Ottawa. She's saying it in Cuba. She's being a coward. She's running all the way to Cuba to be able to run her mouth about Nader. Now that she's in Cuba, she can run her mouth and there's not a doggone thing you can do about it.
She's with him on. She swore on her fucking mother. She doesn't even tell her mother, who's in a nursing home. Oh yeah, and by the way, nice friend Nader. So we get drunk all night. I don't even talk about what fucking happened. I don't want to talk about it. I fucking hate him so much. Then I freak out, and then anyway, I ended up getting really sick. He fucking hides my phone from me all night.
So does this sound right to you guys? That these people that have been warring with each other for weeks, her calling Dede names and calling Nader names, and y'all remember that live stream where she was in front of her TV, sitting on the couch, going off on the both of them, even going so far as to say, "Here's my address, come pull up, Dede." And suddenly they're like sitting on the couch getting drunk together. Pardon me? What I say? I told you, all three of them are in cahoots for money. Yep. And now she's confirming what I've been saying. Told you that things are not as they appear. That all this drama on YouTube is just drummed up for money. Told you.
He's like, he got really drunk and she got all pissed because he like was supposed to go see her mom at the group home with her, and she's like, Nader, you're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna do this to me, Nader. And then like they got in a big fight, and she's like, you're not gonna talk to me like you talk to her. Yeah, he will, you fucking moron. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he hid my phone again all night.
You and Dede are both stupid. He's a horrible, rotten person. He's a leech, and you both are fighting over this guy, and you want to spend time around this guy. Why? Explain that to me, because I don't get it. What's so great about him?
Honestly, part of me wanted to see. This is your fucking fault. So this is your fault. You know why? Because you and Dede don't do anything to make me feel secure about anything. Like you, that night that I was there, he told me he loved me over and over. You tell me you love me, you want something with me, you were crying, but then you fucking act different. Like you fuck with me. This is what happens. Like you can't fuck with people's emotions like that. You can't. You can't. No, you're not gonna get away with it.
You know what, Chantal? If you're dealing with somebody who's effing with your emotions, you know how you put a stop to that? You put a stop to it. You block their phone number. You don't talk to them. You don't see them. Done. Over. End of story. That's how you put a stop to it. If there's somebody around you and they like to play head games and they play with your emotions, you got to shut the door, lock it, and walk away from it. You can't keep it partially open. If it's even a little bit open, there's like a little crack open, they will continue to mess with you. And it's so obvious that Nader is messing with you because you got money. Don't you get that? You are a cash cow to him. You always have been. He never loved you, never claimed you. You've always been a cash cow that he milks for money. And he's still trying to milk you. And he knows what to say to you. He knows that you're love hungry, you're love thirsty, and he's going to profit off of that by telling you what you want to hear. And at the same time, he's with another woman. Hello, ding, ding, ding. He's with another woman that ain't you. You're not that person that he's spending his time around. Somebody else is. But he'll keep you around for the stuff that he needs. So if you want all the madness to stop, put a stop to it. Put your foot down. Close the door. Lock it. Don't open it back up. Walk away. It doesn't make sense. You are that person that even though you know the stove is on full blast, and if you touch the stove, you're going to get burned, you keep putting your freaking fingers on the burner anyway, knowing what's going to happen. If you don't like the sensation of being burned, then stop going where the heat is. Walk away. Don't go back.
Oh my God, I can't. I'm really not doing this for drama. It's really destroying me.
You know what? If she wanted to get back at Nader, if she wanted to do this to Nader, all she would have to do is go to Cuba and just pretend like he didn't exist. Live her best life in Cuba. Do all kinds of vlogs where she is just beyond happy. Look at me. I'm in Cuba and I'm dancing in the club and I'm at the beach and look at the sunset and look at all these things. I mean, the best revenge is doing well. If there's somebody around you that's hurtful, that's negative, and they take pleasure in you feeling in pain, the best way to handle that is to not be in pain, to be as happy as you can be. To just say, you know what? You don't matter. You're nothing. I'm over here living my life without you. And look how much happier I am. Doing this, Chantal, doing this live stream, you're giving him all the power, sis, all of it. You might as well just hand it to him like a stack of laundry. Here you go. Here's all the power over me. This is me admitting that I care about you, that I'm heartbroken over you, that I'm still thinking about you. Here. Nah, take it back. Own it. Don't let him have it. What the hell are you crying over anyway? Nader is nothing. He's nobody. He doesn't have a job, no money, nothing. What are you and Dede fighting over?
Like, so you're gonna tell me. And then he has the nerve to be like, it's risky. You can put me in jail if I go to the hotel with you. So you're gonna. This is what doesn't make sense, and this is why I'm crazy and I'm doing this today. You motherfucker. So, Gatineau, his house is in Gatineau.
Yes.
The police station is on his street.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking tell me that the whole Dede's like, what about my feelings? I'm gonna be up all night drinking wine. Go fucking play with your fucking vibrator, you stupid fucking idiot. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god. So anyways, nobody's ever made me feel this way. Nobody in my fucking life has made me this crazy. I know why Delphine had a heart attack. Yeah, you gave it to her. Anyways.
You know what, Chantal? I don't know anything about his ex-girlfriend, Delphine, but I don't think it's right for you to bring her up like this and speak on somebody who's no longer here. It's not right for you to talk about Delphine and what happened to her. It's not your place. So leave that alone. It ain't right to do that.
You have no problem with me coming over when it's convenient for you to give a fucking ride back to Montreal because you're complaining that you had to use all your money and Uber rides with Dede back to Gatineau. But then you won't go take a hotel room with me because Dede's crying and threatening to tell your harem that you're with me. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Dede. Fuck you, Nader. Fuck you, harem. Fuck you. Fuck you. You want to fuck you? You can have a fuck you.
You know what? Screw all three of you. Screw all three of you for bringing this drama to YouTube and putting this on YouTube and turning it into a toxic place. Screw all three of you. Unnecessary. Screw all three of you for this toxic content. How about that? And screw you, Chantal, for bringing in the whole DVSA arc and triggering a bunch of people. How about that? You're over there and you were talking about the DV and SA. You triggered so many people. And then you brought it up again when you allegedly made charges about Nader, saying that this happened and that happened, and you supposedly did charges, and yet you're going to continue to see him? Really? You're going to do that? I'm going to just say what I feel right now because I'm mad. I seriously doubt a lot of things that you said that Nader did to you actually happened. I seriously doubt that for a few reasons. Number one, because those who've been through DV or SA, they have a hard time just telling one person what happened to them. Just one person. Just sitting there telling one person what happened to you, reliving it in your head is difficult. And yet you were able to get on your channel and tell thousands of people on many occasions different things that were going on with you. And you did that so easily. So that's number one. Number two, the fact that these things happened and yet you weren't living with him. You had a choice not to see him, not to spend time with him. You kept going to his house even after these alleged incidents. You kept going back. And before anybody comes at me, yes, I understand that when you're in a DV relationship that you can be emotionally mentally manipulated and people sometimes get that. I agree. But she had the choice not to be around Nader after all these severe things happened. Number 3, and here's a big one. I can't think of a single person who's been involved in DV that they taunted the abuser, that they tried to rile them up. Most people who've been through DV, you're afraid of the person who's abused you. You will do everything in your power not to get them angry, not to set them off. You live in fear. You're afraid to even breathe around that person, afraid that if you take the wrong breath, they're going to go off on you. You know, you sit around them and you're literally like this, just hoping that they don't get mad for no reason. I saw so many times where you're sitting there purposely poking at Nader to get him angry. If the DV were real, why would you do that? Why would you want to get him angry with this black-eyed rage you said he had? I've dealt with people that had the black-eyed rage. It was terrifying. You don't want to set somebody off like that. But yet you kept poking at him and provoking him. So I doubt a lot of things that you were saying. So you filed these charges on Nader, saying he did all these horrible things to you, and then you're going to turn around and go spend time around him and go drink wine with him and Dede? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Tim White, welcome. So, that's what happened. And it pisses me off. He's a fucking liar. I hate liars. And what it especially pisses me off because the second day I met him, I felt like I got to know him. Like, my brain is still not accepting that the Nader I idealize doesn't fucking exist. Like, my brain doesn't compute that. Like, from when I met him, I'm not a liar. I'm not a cheater. You were pretty comfortable eating Dede's pussy that night, weren't you? You're going to tell me? You're going to tell this guy has no problem? I hate him so much. He had a problem with me living with Pete's. Did I ever suck Pete's wiener? Did I ever touch Pete's? Ever. Did I ever touch him? Ever. Did I ever touch him? Never. Never. Oh, I never fucked Dede. Dede, you swore on your mother's life. So if something happens to her, that's on your head. That's disgusting.
You know, I'm just sitting here listening to this, and one single thought keeps popping into my head. What's the point? All of this stuff should be a moot point, right? She's on vacation. She's no longer with Nader. It's a done deal. What is the point of rehashing all this stuff in this live stream? Why talk about it in this live stream? Nothing good can come from her talking about this on this live stream. She's supposed to be on vacation, having the best time of her life. First time traveling, should be enjoying everything. What is the point of all this raging? This is not the content that she promised people. She promised positive content. People that are VIPs have been waiting for that positive content for months. And she's finally on vacation, and everybody was excited that finally they were going to get positive content from Chantal. And here she is on this vacation, and she's talking about fucking Nader again. Again. Nobody wants to hear about him. Nobody wants to hear about Dede. The situation is played out. You can't play it out anymore. It's not profitable. It's time to let it go.
Disgusting. You both swear on your mother's life. Anyway, I know exactly, but whatever. And it's like, why did I believe them? Because she so effortlessly lied for him about Ashley, and she's used to being with men like him. She doesn't mind. So that's why he's but Sassy Georgia Peach, welcome. Sorry, I'm kind of ranting, but welcome. Oh, I thought you. What? So, anyways, no, I don't have better things to do because my mind is cluttered with shit, with fucking shit, and that's all I can care about. Like right now, for some reason, I don't know. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I'm okay, and sometimes I'm not. Like I don't know. I can't control it.
That's because, Chantal, you've been using chemicals to push your emotions away. You've been using chemicals to push your life problems away. And here you are in another place, and you can't use the chemicals to push things away. So everything is just hitting you all at once. That's why it's a good idea that if you're going to do something life changing like traveling, deal with your inner luggage first. Unpack it, clean it, put it away. You brought all of your internal mess to Cuba, and because you don't have your green or your white to deal with it, you're crashing. What's going on right here, folks, is she's crashing because she has a high tolerance for certain party favors, and because she has no access to them where she is, she's crashing hard, hard.
And then he doesn't treat me with respect. Like when I tell him how I'm feeling, I cry to him, I call him, and Dede's in the fucking background because you're using her. You don't have your own fucking place, and you never look because you're a fucking bum. You don't make anything on your channel anymore because your food sucks. Oh, I thought.
Well, I don't disagree there, Chantal. His food does suck. But girl, he's not your problem anymore. I know you don't like Dede, but look at it this way. He's her problem now. He's a nobody. He's nothing. He's a leech. Let her deal with him. You shouldn't be mad at Dede. Be thankful. She took him off your hands. He is another person's problem now. Let her deal with it. You're free of it now, unless you go back and you're still talking to him and giving him money, which that's the dumbest thing in the world to do. But be thankful. The baton got passed to somebody else, which means both your hands are free and you can use those hands to grab on anything in life that you want.
Okay, I gotta get offline. Oh, I found it. So my charger does work in the wall, apparently. I don't know why. No, he keeps fucking around with me like that. Like
you're letting him. He's only doing it because you allow it to happen. You could easily cut that off, and you're not. So therefore, any suffering that you get as a result is your fault, Chantal. It takes two to tango. So if you don't want to tango with him, then stay off the doggone dance floor. Don't invite him to dance. Just stay away from the dance floor. Just go do something else.
Enjoy Cuba, yeah. He doesn't respect me. How can I have feelings for someone like that? That's what I don't get. Like, why? Is it because I can't have him? Like, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Boom. You got it. You got it. You're obsessed with Nader because you can't have him. Because all your life you've been getting away with just doing whatever you want and getting whatever you want. And you finally met somebody that told you no. You finally found something in life that you cannot have. And this intrigues you and it feels like a challenge to you. And you want to win that challenge. You're going to do everything in your power to win that challenge. But guess what, Chantal? He's a person. This is not a challenge you can win. People have their own free will. If he doesn't want to be with you, if he doesn't love you, you can't change that. You got to let go. You've got to let go. Let go. If you improved yourself, I promise you that if you improved yourself and got your head on straight, if you looked back on the person you used to be and how crazy you were about Nader, you would look behind you and go, what the hell was I thinking? Why was I so crazy about him? He was nothing. Why was I all wrapped around this guy? I must have been crazy. I must have been stupid. If you improved yourself, you would have that point of view. You would. You'd be like, what in the world was I thinking all that time, giving him all that money and all that attention and being in love with this loser? You'd want to kick yourself in the butt.
But then when I do, I don't want him because he's fucking abusive. And I don't feel bad for this because you've already destroyed me a long time ago. I know. I know, like, I can't. This is what happens, like, every time. It's like a literal fucking addiction or something. Like my brain is fucked. So, but when I don't have any contact at all, it's like slowly I start, feeling better. Welcome, Stella.
So if you have no contact at all and everything's fine, how's he able to contact you? Like, what avenues is he taking to contact you, and why are you allowing it? Why aren't you cutting it off? If you notice that you feel better when you're not talking to him, then why are you opening up avenues to talk to him? You can cut all those off. You can choose not to give him money. You can choose not to spend time around him. You can choose not to pick up the phone or get on Facebook Messenger or whatever else you're using. You are inviting that pain into your life, Chantal. Do you not see that?
I think I'm just like grieving it because I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be that idealized fucking relationship.
Well, guess what? It's never going to be that. I don't know what it is you picture in your head with Nader. It'll never be that. It'll never be that. Even if Dede were not in the picture, even if she wasn't in the picture, Chantal, you're never going to have it. Never. Never. Because you and Nader are too much alike in all the wrong ways, and you both butt heads, constantly butt heads. And he has no love for you. He has no love for you. And every time you had to spend time around this man, you were paying for his company. Was there ever a moment where the two of you spent around each other where you both sober? No. It always involved drugs or alcohol. Always. And the moment that those drugs and alcohol ran out, he would kick you out. He would say, get out, and come back later when you got more drugs and you got more alcohol so I could stand being around you. He never liked you. He liked your money. He didn't like you. You never had a relationship with Nader. You had a situationship. And the situation is bring over some chemicals so I can tolerate you. That points in the direction of he doesn't like you, nor love you, nor will he ever love you. Stop trying to force this thing that it was never going to happen. Stop trying to force a relationship on him. He doesn't want you.
So this is how it's ending, Phoebe. This is how it's ending. Completely disregarded my feelings again. Made me feel like nothing, and so here I am.
I'm not exactly sure what she wants Nader to do. What would make her satisfied? What does she want from him? Does she want him to get on live stream and admit all the times that he spent time around her or that he once had feelings for her? What would do it for her? What would close the book on this whole crazy, toxic, poisonous Nader Chantal era? I want to know. What is it? What closure is she looking for? What closure? She's looking for something for closure. And she's saying that he's got to take accountability for all the things that he did wrong to her. What if he does? What if he finally does that? She's not going to, there's going to be no closure even if he did that. You want to know why? Because she doesn't want things to be over. So even if he gave her what she asked for, she wouldn't accept it because she's never going to want this to be over. She doesn't want an ending to the story. She wants the story to continue. even if she has to make it toxic and poisonous and carry on and do drama. She wants the story to continue, and she will do everything in the world to make it continue. Even if she's a big pain in the ass to Nader and she's blasting music outside of his apartment for 4 hours, that keeps the story going. She doesn't want there to be an ending to the two of them.
No, I don't want to flirt with anybody. And the whole fucking way, the couple sitting in front of me on the plane, they were so in love. They were like kissing and like just being really affectionate to each other. And that's how it was. Like the last time I saw him, we were like just real affectionate and like making out and like I just really felt him. And then like he leave me like this, like what you have to answer to fucking Dede. Like I'm so fucked up, so fucked up. I just have to get it off my chest. I can't. It's bugging me. I can't go again. I can't let it.
Anybody that's part of my channel, y'all remember the tarot reading that I did in the last live stream that I did? And the cards were pointing at this the entire time. The fact that Nader has jockeyed into position between himself and Dede. He is between both these women, and he's benefiting from both. He's never going to shut the door on Chantal because he's getting benefit of some kind from her. And he's never going to shut the door on Dede because he's benefiting from her also. He is not doing what he needs to do to take care of himself. He's still looking for a way for women around him to take care of him. And he's using the fact that he has two women who want his attention to his advantage. He's going to forever have Chantal around as long as she's got money. And Dede, because she's got money and she's got a job and she's got a home, he's going to kind of keep that in his back pocket also. So all this madness between Dede and Chantal and Nader, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. Never.
Gonna fuck me over. I can't. I know it's an illusion, and I know. And he can say, why do you keep doing this? Why? I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's like hard to see when you're in. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, Emerald. I don't know what's so great about him. I don't know. Nothing.
Nothing is great. Nothing at all.
Anyway. Giving him attention is the only thing he wants. Once you let him go, he'll wither away. Yeah, Dede's like, you see how she is? She's so eager to fucking give him attention.
You know, I'm just going to put this out there. Something kind of personal, but it pertains to what else I'm going to say. So I got to bring it up. So I had an ex-husband that he was a good-looking guy, and he knew how to manipulate me by hurting me and making me feel insecure. And one of the things that he liked to do, and it wasn't just me that he did this to, he did this to other women in his life also before me, is he would, if he was involved in a relationship with a woman, he would bring up some other woman's name to make the current woman feel, 2 inches tall. In my case, I got married to this person, and he would always bring up his ex-girlfriend, Christy, like how great she was, how pretty she was. And he would do it on purpose to make me feel awful. So even though that other woman was not in our house, he would always bring her up just to make me feel insecure and to where I did not feel strong and I couldn't think straight. And why am I bringing that up? Because what Nader is doing to Chantal is very similar. He wants to control her. He wants to control her money. And he's using Dede as something to throw in Chantal's face so that she doesn't get too cocky. If Chantal starts to feel herself and starts to feel her own strength, he's going to throw Dede in Chantal's face to make her feel like shit. And the impression that he's giving Chantal is, you know, I can always go to another woman. I don't need you. You know, using that other woman to further his position of power over Chantal. If he were alone, then his position would not be as powerful, you see. Chantal's greatest fear is that he's going to leave her for another woman and not talk to her altogether. But by having Dede around, he's making that fear halfway real by making it sort of happen already. So Chantal is desperate for his attention so that it's not all the way real. You guys understand what I'm saying? He's using Dede to get to Chantal, to get inside of her head, to break her down, to where she's desperate and she'll do anything. She'll say anything. She'll give him amount of money to keep him around. And the bonus of that is by having Dede around, he doesn't have to deal with Chantal as much. And she can't come over to his house as much. He limits contact with Chantal. But yeah, when you're dealing with a manipulating person, there's all kinds of things they can do to manipulate your emotions and manipulate your mind. And one of the things they can do is just make you feel like shit about yourself, make you feel like you're second best or you're not good enough, and make you feel like, you know, you're just not all that you should be. They'll make you second guess yourself.
Sick. She's sick. She's a sad, older woman. Drunk.
And you're a 38-year-old woman that you've got bad health. And even though you're making a lot of money on YouTube, what is your life, Chantal? So before you start looking down on Dede, what is your life? What is your life? What have you got to show for all the time you've been on YouTube and all the money you've made? You can't even say, I'm in really good health. You can't say that. You can't say, oh, I bought myself a house. You don't own a house. You can't say, oh, I have a paid off car. You don't have that either. You don't have anything in savings. Your pets have been neglected. They should be going to the vet because you're not done with the vet visits. You haven't taken BBJ to get her oral surgery. You haven't taken Sam to get checked out. Your life is in shambles. And you're going to talk badly about another human being and how they live? Careful.
Who ignores her fucking mother for Nader.
Excuse me, didn't you ignore your family for Nader? Didn't you ignore your family for Nader? Your grandma was sick. You didn't go see your family. All that time she was in hospice, did you go see her? No. You went to go see your grandma one day. You made sure to take a picture of her in her hospital bed. And on the day of her funeral, did you comfort your mom? No. No, you didn't. You were too busy with Nader. You should look at the whole Dede situation and realize that the things you're pointing out about Dede, you're also guilty of. You're also guilty of those things.
I ignore my family for fucking Nader. No, we're not sharing Nader. Are you fucking crazy? That's what he wants. Sick fuck.
And you're allowing it. You're allowing it, Chantal. You're allowing it. You're allowing it. He's positioned himself between you and Dede, and you are allowing it. Where's your pride? Where is your pride? As a woman, where's your pride? Where is your womanly pride to say, you know what, this guy wants me to share him, and I'm too much of a queen. I don't share. I don't stand in line behind any other woman. And if I encounter a man that they're telling me that, well, that's not the man for me. I'm too much of a woman that I'm going to stoop so low that I'm going to share a man with somebody. Hell no. Hell no. I'll keep walking and I will take care of myself and I'll take care of my world. And if I happen to encounter a man who can be a king to my queen and he will treat me correctly and he's got himself together, that will be my man. That man that I don't have to share, that will be my man. Not a man who leeches off of women and expects me to share. No. Learn to put your foot down, Chantal, and say no.
All right, I'm done with the matter. Let's move on. Because that's literally how I have to do it. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, this is not going to end well or anything. I don't care if I get in trouble for seeing him. I don't care if I get in trouble. I don't. How did
I'm
you?
telling you guys right now, I don't think any charges got filed. I think that whole thing was a ruse because Nader is on probation. And I don't think he's stupid enough that he would see Chantal knowing he can go right back to jail for it. I just don't. I think it was all a lie. There's been no proof to show that charges actually got filed. It was all just for sympathy and super chats and attention. Yep.
You feel driving Montreal? Oh fuck! BB? Oh, BB literally told me before everything happened. Like when I was like, I'm so done with his ass. BB told me, "You're gonna one day be in Dede's fucking bed with them." Oh my god, I hate myself right now. And he was so fucking right. Ah, he was so fucking right.
Is she saying that they had a threesome? Is that what she just said?
BB, BBJ. I guess I can't accept the fact that somebody, you didn't even see the half of it. Yes, I did so much for him because like you saw what spending time. Sabrina, you saw what spending time with him did to my mental health. I gave everything of myself to him, and I know Dede is doing the same thing, and I fucking sympathize with her at one point because I know what. No, I don't sympathize with her now. She, what was I saying? Yeah, I do deserve better. I can fucking say that I deserve better. I can't accept. I see, welcome. I can't accept that somebody I gave so much of myself to just runs like just oh, like his video new start. What was wrong with you? What was wrong with your old life? What? Paying your rent was fucking tough for you? Like, oh, I didn't like that you fucking were aggressive with and told people about it. Sorry. He doesn't think that way. That's the thing. That's what's driving me crazy. He's never gonna think that way. He's never gonna get it. He's never gonna respect me. He can't love people. Dede, he's never gonna fucking love you that way. I love you, Dede, as a friend, yeah. Or whatever. He'll fuck you. He'll fuck anything.
And this is the man you want to be in love with? Somebody who'll screw anything? This is the man you want to make into your king, your life partner? It doesn't sound like somebody who's much of a king.
I know that says a lot about me, but whatever. I don't care. It's the truth. He will. When I was getting my clothes, there was some fucking random bitch's bra on the ground. I don't know who the fuck that was. And then now you wonder why I'm fucking mad. Because you fucking tell me you love me and you lie to me. You're a friggin' oh, anyways. Let's go have dinner. Let's get drunk. It happened to me. He confessed his love and devotion and fell with another girl. He doesn't want me to. He wants me to drop. He probably doesn't want me. He wants to keep me calm. Dede's probably goes, let's keep her calm. So they lied about her going home. You know, whatever. Just so, because who's he gonna be with while he can't be with me? Like if he could legally be with me, he probably would. But
you know the vibe that I'm getting off of Chantal while she's talking about Nader? That she is just up in arms and her mind is being blown. She's such a narcissist that in her head she's thinking, how can this loser who has no job and has no money, how can he pass me up? I'm such a catch. I'm willing to put up with his BS. I'm willing to pay for everything. he couldn't ask for better. How could he pass me up? When she says he will never find someone who will love him the way that I love him, that's really what she means. The fact that he is someone that he has nothing, and she's a good catch for him because of that. So he should just take her on and have nobody else around.
But no, he can't. So he's at Dede's. It's convenient. Fuck. It's a new life. Yeah. I'm sure you feel great about that. I don't know why I have 3 beds in my room. I guess if you have a family, it's a suite, I think. So when you get a suite, hurt people. And I can tell you, I'm very, very fucking hurt. Very, very, very. Misha.
Well, here's the problem, Chantal. You say hurt people hurt other people. So Nader hurt you, so you are vindictive in that hurt. You're going to keep trying to hurt him any way you can by making live stream after live stream about him. He's not making live stream after live stream about you. I mean, that pretty much came to a halt a while ago, but you're still continuing to lash out at him. And you want some kind of closure, but at the same time, you don't want it. You don't want closure. You don't want the story of Nader and Chantal to end. You keep saying to your audience, I want him to take accountability for the things he's done and the things that he said. But even if he did, you would not allow the story to end. There'd be no closure for you. You want it to keep going. You do. You do. You want him to just dump Dede and spend time with you, but things are far beyond that. You both are at the point of no return, and you just refuse to let go.
What? No, I can't confirm that. Okay, I fooled around Dede, but like he wasn't like doing anything. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm fucking psychologically scarred from doing stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I don't. I'm seriously scarred from like that. I'm not saying like what
I don't want to talk about it, but then she's been talking about it for like the last hour. That's why I'm laughing. You know, I don't want to talk about it usually means wait for talk about it. All of us that have been reacting to Chantal, we have been known that she's been foaming at the mouth to say something about Nader, and here we are. She kept her mouth shut until she got to Cuba, and then she started running her mouth right from the get.
I did with Dede was. I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying the whole experience fucked me up because like he knows how I feel about. That's the thing. He knows how I feel about like certain things sexually, and he still pressures them on me like with like threesomes and stuff. Like he knows how I feel about it, and then he says no, I love you, and then I just and I'm stupid. I believe it, and then he's stupid, and he thinks he says I did this because I'm the one who pressed charges. Yeah. So I'm the reason. He thinks I'm the reason that I can't see him, but like. I hate myself. I hate them both right now. Badly.
What a way to spend your Cuban vacation. Your first day, and you're not at the beach enjoying your best life. You're sitting in your room crying about an ex and going off about them. What a way to spend a vacation. Should have saved the money, Chantal, and stayed home and did this. Did you really just spend whatever money you spent on your ticket just to run to Cuba and bitch about Nader? Did you really just do that?
I felt sick. I went on the couch to sleep. so I could go home. He came in and pulled me by the arm into the bedroom. Like, oh, he's so controlling. He's so controlling and possessive. You have Dede. Why are you hiding my phone? Why are you fucking what? Fuck. And you don't do that to Dede. You don't pull her arm. You don't treat her like that. Why? Why? What is it about me that he feels that he can fucking abuse me? No problem, but her, no. I don't get it. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm upset.
You know, I'm wondering, was she doing this live stream to serve two purposes? To get back at Nader, number one, and to get sympathy super chats, number two? Was that the purpose of this live stream? The fact that she felt safe, that Nader could not say nor do anything to her because she was far away? And with all this crying and spilling the tea, she thought the super chat would just come rolling in.
I don't know why I would allow myself to be treated like that. But yeah, I do need that. Because it's just getting worse. Like my mental health, you've seen it. But it's always like with him, it's always like I was so calm with peace yesterday, but then why do I have such intense feelings for him? Like I don't understand it. It's driving me nuts, and
I think I can understand it. I think I know. Because you're not doing what you should do, and that's staying away from him. You should stay away from him. No contact, no phone calls, no messages, not even talking to Dede. Just drop all contact and don't go back. Don't give him money. Anything regarding him, just cut it off. The reason why you're hurting so badly over Nader is because you keep going back and you keep talking to him and you keep seeing him. And as long as you keep doing that, you're going to feel that pain, Chantal. You're going to feel it and it's going to continue. You can't heal in the same environment that you hurt from. Do you understand me? You can't start to heal until you completely get away from the hurt. You keep inviting the hurt into your life. Hence why you're always hurting.
I feel so alone, and he won't talk to me because he's like I can't. But then if he can, when I drive him to Montreal, but then he ignores me when it's convenient for him, and then he wonders why I freak out.
He's using you and you are allowing it. And as long as you allow it, it's going to continue. When you put your foot down and say no, it'll stop.
I know. I know I'm thinking of my family with you. We're both so bad for each other, but I don't get why. I didn't do anything. I never did anything but fucking love him and support him. Like, so I was fucking annoying sometimes. You can't renew your membership? How come? Maybe because I'm sober.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is because you're sober. Because all these months you've been keeping yourself doped up so you don't have to think, you don't have to feel. Now you're in a place where you cannot take drugs and you can't run away from your feelings and you can't run away from your thoughts, and they're hitting you full force in the face.
I'm tired. This is all that is on my brain right now, and I can't help it. I know, I know. Yeah, it's a bad time. Look at my face. I will give you a baby. I wish I could give you a big hug. Thank you.
You know, Chantal, I'm going to take you to task for a minute. You've been promising everybody great content from Cuba. Great content. You've been saying, I'm going to do vlogs and the food and the people. You should be ashamed of yourself because you're in Cuba. And even in Cuba, thousands of miles away from Canada, you're bringing Nader with you and you're bringing him up and you're on stream crying about him. You should be ashamed of yourself. You promised everybody positive content. People were waiting for positive content, and this is what you bring to the table. You're talking about Nader. This is the content from Cuba that you were talking about. Unacceptable. You brought that dark, toxic cloud from Canada over to Cuba. Didn't have to do that.
We'll never be able to make sense. No, Dandy. Shut the fuck up. I know I need. No, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I just feel. What is it means? I'm so fucking manic or something. No. No! Cuban, stop. It's not funny. I can't go home. I'm stuck here. You can't just go to Jody. I can't go home. I wish, honestly.
You're right. You can't just go home on a whim. Even if you want to leave right now, you can't go. So you might as well just get yourself together and enjoy your vacation. Get all that mess out of your head and enjoy yourself. You don't have any choice. You can't just up and leave and go back home. So get your head together and calm down.
I don't wish. Maybe I don't wish. Maybe I should just try to have fun. 7 days is so long. I miss my cat. I just miss having this. Oh, it's not fucking fair. It's me.
Why do I have a feeling that she wanted Nader to come with her to Cuba and he said no, or he couldn't come? Maybe because he's on probation, because you can't just up and leave and go somewhere if you're on probation. But something tells me that she wanted Nader to come with her and it just didn't happen. And that's why it's another reason why she's upset.
I know you guys I know you just want to be positive. Just freaking here. I love it. Fucking shit. Like, I feel like they're teaming up on me. Like, that's what it is. Oh, I feel like they're teaming up on me. Just one. It was that one time. Never ever again. Kept trying to push. And then saying we never had sex. And you know what? You know why I understand why she was so mad about the hotel. He didn't tell her. She thought like he was like, I was just there to like unpack the rest of the shit. But I was like, no, I'm getting a hotel. But she thought like he was like going and taking a shower and shaving and getting ready to come with me, but didn't tell her. Because he was telling her he'll never have anything to do with me again, especially after everything that happened. So whenever we were leaving, he's like, I'm just gonna call and tell her I'm going. And I told her that. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, why are you his fucking mother? He can get in trouble, Chantal. I don't want him to get in trouble and go to jail. But you have no fucking problem with me coming to Gatineau, you dumb idiot. Right? You're an idiot, you know that? Is it your hair color or the pixie cut? I don't know. Or maybe the 8 bottles of wine. Oh my god. So Montreal, so you're telling me, middle of the day, with the fucking sun out on my white body, going into the fucking Gatineau. No, he's not. They're not. He doesn't even claim her either. Right on the phone. Whenever I'm like, so you are.
You know what I'm just gonna say the thought that's in my head. So what do we got here, folks? We got a leech of a man, and you've got these two women that are fighting over him, and neither one of them are happy. They're both miserable. And yet they continue to fight over this man. And what are they fighting over? What? This is the guy that doesn't have a job, doesn't have his own money. He lives off of women. He makes his living by manipulating women and living off of their means and their resources. And both Chantal and Dede are so fucking stupid that they don't stop and think about that. Like that the fight that they're fighting over a scrap of a man that's not worth anything. Like all that fighting, all that fussing and cussing and kicking and stomping and griping and all that for what? What is Dede, Chantal, what are y'all fighting over? What are you hurting over? What are you crying over? Is he really worth it? I'm over here outside view looking at the two of you idiots, and I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. He's not a man that he's worth anything, has anything. All of his means come from other people. All of his finances come from other people. He's got nothing around him that he can say, I worked for this. This is mine. I worked hard on this. Everything he has is because of what other people have and what they give him. And y'all are fighting over that. Why? And neither one of you morons are seeing that you're both miserable. Dede's miserable, Chantal's miserable. Ain't nobody happy in that arrangement. But yet they won't pull themselves away. Why? Because are they both obsessed with being the winner in this game? Like the victor is going to be the one that pulls Nader away completely and has him all to themselves? Even if Chantal or Dede has him 100% to themselves, whoever that person is still going to be a loser. Both of them have already lost and they just can't see it. Because the prize that they're coveting so much really isn't a prize. It's a booby prize. It's nothing. Chantal, Dede, you both need to stop over there.
Or fucking her. Whenever she called, he got so mad. He's like, oh, it's because she's concerned about me as a friend. You wouldn't know what that is. Yeah? Well, I don't eat out my fucking friends, you piece of crap.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh. So,
that was way too much information. I did not need to know that.
Tell me that's Gatineau, where the police station is, where they can see my car at your house, is less risky than random hotel in another city.
So look at this. She basically is confessing that after the charges were filed, that they were sneaking around and trying to see each other. She's just saying that.
At like 2 a.m. Really? Okay. If somebody's just gonna go to a hotel, I don't even know where, like, do you know what I mean? Dede's never gonna let it go. She put up with so much shit for 10 years with her ex. Or worse than what he's done to me. So no.
Hey, listen. Don't talk about her relationship, Chantal. That's not your business. I don't like Dede, but don't talk about another woman's relationship if you were not involved in it. I'm just saying.
No hope. Fucking lives by herself. She's a wino. She's desperate. And if she fucks Shoo, her and Shoo fuck. So that's perfect for her. Like, her and Nat are perfect for each other. Actually.
And you and Nader are not perfect for each other. So see yourself out.
But you fucked me over, so here you have it. You could have made it so much easier on yourself. You could have just been fucking honest from the beginning. Would have been a lot easier instead of fucking with me. What's more risky? Me, like, messing with me and me telling everything anyways? But that's not risky, right? Ugh. So what's more risky, guys? What's your opinion? Gatineau or what I did? It doesn't make sense how you can all of a sudden just have a problem with it. Like, you had a problem with it because you didn't want him to go to a hotel with me. Because you're in love with him. And he won't love you the way you need it. Yeah, Shoo. Her and Shoo do weird stuff. Should I put the beds together? No, he's probably all freaking out because I'm talking about it live and he's going to be in trouble. And I'm going to be in trouble. but I'm literally psychotic. Like,
We know. We know that.
yeah, my mental health is really, really taken a dive from this. I don't even know how to process it. Obviously, therapy, but I don't know.
You're not just psychotic, though. You are vindictive. You're using your YouTube channel, which you just got back, your channel that you just got back, to be vindictive. You're using your platform to be vindictive and to spill all this tea. And you're doing it thousands of miles from home where you feel safe. You would never say all this stuff to Nader to his face. You're going to do it behind the comfort and safety of your camera in another location where he can't get to you. You didn't say it when you were at home in Ottawa. You're doing it in Cuba. You've been dying to talk about this. And now that you're far enough away from Nader, now you are going to talk about it.
I definitely need like psychiatric help
Yep, you
to
sure
deal
do.
with everything I've been through. I feel like I have like fucking PTSD. I don't know. My anxiety's just been so worse since knowing this person. But yet, I feel like I've never had such intense feelings for somebody. It's so weird. Sandra, never really.
She has said herself that she is obsessed with Nader. She said herself, her words, I am addicted to him. And anybody that's ever out there that's ever had an addiction, you know how it goes. If you have an addiction for something, until you admit that you have an addiction, because that's the first step in self-awareness, when you admit that you've got a problem, and B, you say to yourself, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I need help because this is way over my head. If you don't seek help for your addiction, the addiction continues. She's never sought help or counseling for any one of her several addictions. She's got an addiction for attention. That's number one. That's her number one addiction. Number two, she's got the addiction for food. Her problem with food has always been out of control. Then she's got a problem with chemicals. Now she's got a problem with Nader. I mean, she's got different addictions stacked like bricks on top of each other. And they're all interconnected. And to straighten them all out, she would literally need a team of counselors and psychiatrists to help her with each one of her problems, just to get them all under control. She's not sought help for any one of her problems. And I don't think she ever will. So, again, what happens when you have addictions and you don't seek help? They continue. This whole thing with Nader is going to keep going.
You're so damn tired and your emotions are on high too. You'll feel better after you get some sleep. I know. Jesus, watch those fucking green goblins. Thank you, Sandra. I know. And thank you. I will be beating you after.
Like all this stuff she's saying in this live stream, this is stuff that should be said to a psychiatrist, honestly. Everything she's telling all of these strangers in her chat room, she could be saying those to a psychiatrist and they could help her. All the VIBs can do is listen to her. They can't help her. All of this stuff is way over their heads. There's not a single person in her chat room that is an expert on what it is to deal with a person that has an ED, or to talk about SA or DV, or knows what to do with somebody who's got an addiction for attention. There's not a single person in her chat room that could diagnose her and help her properly. All they can do is just listen to her bitch. And so they do, and they got to pay. That's the crazy thing. She sets up this paywall. She doesn't want to go to a psychiatrist where she would have to pay for time spent. She wants people to get on YouTube and pay to listen to her complain about all these really intense, heavy problems. All of you that are VIBs, you are her hug box, but you're also her echo chamber, and you have to pay to listen to this nonsense day after day. She doesn't want to pay. She wants you to pay to listen to her.
The ocean is spiritually and calming. I know. I want to go like when it's a bit late. What time is it? 6. You think they would let me punch them out? I have golf carts. No, I don't think so. No. What accounts? Right? What I'm doing is not right, but I don't know what to do. I'm desperate. Like, she should understand that. She was desperate calling it over and over and over and over. Even at, like, when we were going to go to the hotel. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I have to call someone from the harem and you know who it is. And then when we get there, she's like, you guys were worried about your channel, weren't you? She's going to do whatever she says. Yes. Let her have her horrible prize. Good. Yeah. It's yours. Bye. Fuck. Good luck with that. He won't claim her because he doesn't want to be, he needs to use women, but he doesn't want to be single. I mean, he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He can't feel for people. He can't. And he's so good at simulating feelings. Like, they were convincing to me. I don't know what's going to happen with the police. I'm so fucking sick of it.
You know, when you're around a guy who's a player, whether they're playing you for money or they're just playing you in general, they use a lot of tricky language. And they'll play head games with you. They'll play emotional games with you. And again, I know this because I've been involved with a few people like that. They'll use tricky language. You know, one minute they say, oh, I love you. And the next minute they say, oh, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. And if you say, hey, if you go to them and say, what is it exactly that you want? They start saying stuff like, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. The words I don't know just come out of their mouth a lot. I don't know, I don't know. They're vague on purpose because they're toying with your emotions. They're toying with your mind. They're playing with you. Sounds like that's what Nader does to her. Playing with her. 1 minute telling her what she wants to hear, the next minute taking it back. So that she's always confused. And when you're confused, you don't know what to do. You don't know if you should let go or not. He's playing those head games. She's not smart enough to figure it out.
I wish I would hurry the fuck up. Just do something about it. The limbo is annoying. Let's just fucking get it. What? Who's married? Who's married? You think he would be married? How can I talk like this about somebody I just, like, not long ago had intense feelings for?
What do you mean did? You still do. If you didn't have intense feelings, you wouldn't be going off like you are while you're in Cuba.
Because, like, I hate and love him both. And it's very intense feelings. The internet's great. Thank you. Muchas gracias, bitch. She went to the fucking police station with them before. That's what bugs me. He didn't even need any, like, because I wouldn't be, like, because I don't cater to his every need. Like, he's so needy. Room tour? Okay.
And so are you, Chantal. You are needy. You're always needing attention. That's one of your big problems. You always need attention. You got to be the center of attention at all times. And you don't stop and think about the fact that other people got things to do. They can't give you 100% of their attention all the time. So when you say that he's needy, I think what you really mean is you're really needy.
I already did one. Okay, let's do something. I should sleep for a little while. Should I just go to bed early tonight and get up early? But I didn't eat. A part of me feels like I want justice. Like, I don't know, not justice, but like my right. Like he always says.
Justice for
I
what?
felt fucked over this weekend, big time, by the both of you.
Like, what kind of justice are you looking for? What do you want to happen, Chantal? What justice do you want? You said, I want him to take accountability. Even if he did, it wouldn't matter. You don't want things to be over between the two of you. Even if he came online and did a live stream and said to everybody, okay, here's the tea, here's the truth. We were involved for about a week, and I did say that I loved her, and this happened and that happened, but it's over now. You would not let it go. You want something else. You would want something else. And you would go, oh, wait, that's not all that I want, just to keep it going.
So, there you go. That's what happens. Hurt people hurt people. I need a bestie. No. I have good friends. And I do talk to them about it. I have it. I don't like emoting about it on my friends. It's annoying. Always the same thing. Nice wine and dinner. My lips are dry, my nose is crusty, my pores are huge, I look like shit.
Your nose is crusty? Does that mean you were doing some party favors before you came to Cuba? Is that why you're crashing right now because you don't have any more? Maybe that's what's causing the mood swings. I mean, she was up last night doing all kinds of stuff, and I don't know if she slept yet, but she's saying my nose is crusty. Why is it crusty? Why? Maybe that's why you're emotional and moody because you're crashing. You don't have more of the Canadian snow.
A shower, nap, and food. Yeah, you're right. I didn't give him any money. I didn't this time.
This
I don't have to
time,
give him money. Dede does. She pays for everything. She said it. Well, I know, because I'm supportive Dede, and she was all mad. Like, he is such a good friend to you, Dede, but like, while he blew off your mother, you're like, you're not gonna dis. She was flipped out and was like, she asked me to take him back to Gatineau. She's like, when I get back from my mother's, I want him gone. You're not gonna disrespect my mother like this. While you're visiting your mother, we had sex in your bed. How is that nice? Oh,
gross. And she knows that he and Dee Dee are doing things, and yet she's going to take the opportunity to get Dee Dee sloppy seconds. Again, why are these women fighting over this man and jockeying for a lead position with this man? He's so not worth it. He's a loser.
and he told me he loved me, and that's why I'm fucked up today. I don't know, Charlie, why I allow them access because, like I said, like my feelings for him are fucked, you know. And I really trusted that they were just like nothing else. And him being so manipulative, he's slowly trying to like, even the way he talks, like, "Oh, Dee, I never seen your boobs." Oh, fuck off, you. Oh,
And you know what? Here's something for you, Chantal. Now that you got your channel back on YouTube, you got to know that homeboy is going to be just sweet talking you from afar because he knows you're still getting that YouTube money. And he's going to be trying his best to get a good portion of it. And if you're stupid, you're going to give it to him. If you're not stupid, you'll realize that and cut him off at the pass before he even gets started. You got your YouTube channel back. Are you going to use part of what you get from YouTube to pay for this man with all this stuff going on? If you do, you're a moron.
oh, he makes me mad. He wouldn't treat you this way. I know. But he treats he's he's messed up. Jamie,
So are
hi
you.
Jamie.
You're all three messed up. You're all stupid.
It's his street. I'm not, Misha. Weren't you just a hater? Like, isn't Misha? Weren't you like all up EG's ass and like talking shit about me? And then I'm not answering your question. Rachel Hauser, did you eat? Oh yeah, sure. No.
See, this is the part where she's starting to calm down. You can tell she's starting to calm down because she got a lot of the rage and the tears and stuff out of her system. This is the part where she should just turn off the camera and go calm down and go take a walk on the beach or something. She shouldn't have done this live stream to begin with because all the raging about Nader was completely unnecessary. She's on her vacation. But this is the part where she should have just, like said, you know what? I've said enough. I'm going to go do something else now and come back later and talk to people. But she didn't. She just kept going.
Nothing else. If you want to be, you don't have to be. If you don't want to, 10 deep breaths and snap out of it and go find a nice balcony and skinny ankles. Anyway, I better go call my family because they're probably worried about me.
You know, she's going to go call her family. I wonder if she's going to go call Nader to see if he saw the live stream, if he's mad at her.
Because they're probably worried about me.
She's going to call her family. She's going to call Nader because she just got through going off on him. I'm sure that word's gotten back around to him. She's going to call him to see how he's going to respond to this.
Freezing in here. Ignoring all the terrible shit won't make it go away. I know. And this is why I flip out. I think I harbor a lot of, you know what I mean? Optimistic prime. Look at day. I don't know. Canada, really? Yeah, I don't. That's not my thing. No, I don't like the heat. Why did I fucking come here?
Because you're a moron.
I came here probably to just fucking move on and like do content and try to forget about him, and here I am.
Right. It's like, so what are you doing? You're in Cuba. Cuba. Great place, Cuba. Beautiful. Beaches, beach sand, seagulls, the people, the cuisine, the culture. What are you doing? You're in your room bitching about Nader. Wah, wah. You failed, girl. You already failed.
Because I spent the weekend before coming here with him. How fucking stupid. My birthday.
I know.
My fucking birthday.
You're a moron.
Like, for them. So I could listen to Dede caterwauling over 3 bottles of wine. I just don't like the secret.
Well, you're stupid for doing that. You've got a trip planned, and you knowing that spending any time around Nader is going to mess with your head, you're going to spend time with him right before your trip, and you think that's going to put you in a good headspace for your trip. I mean, anybody can see that was not the best idea.
Furtive stuff, guys. Weird. I don't know. I don't like talking to strangers, and they're all old and boring.
How do you know that? You're not even left your room yet. You're making judgments about people without even talking to them. They're old and boring. Chantal, I'm 51. If I were there right now in your place, in your room, I'd be going out and enjoying everything. Enjoying. You wouldn't catch me in the room for too terribly long. Hell no, I'd be enjoying everything. I paid for the trip. I spent all that time on the plane. Doggone it, I am going to party. I'm going to have myself a good time, and I don't need anybody else there to do it. That would be me, but not you. You over there being a negative Nancy saying, there's old people, and they're everywhere, and stuff. Girl, please. You're hating on the old people. I'm sure they're a lot more fun than what you would be. You're over there almost 40 years old, and you're being a negative Nancy up in your hotel room complaining about your ex-boyfriend. Stop.
Let it out. I need to let it out. Get your hammy bum out in the water.
Right. Get it out in the water.
Just give something other than Nader a chance in your life.
Yep. Thank you. True.
Well, yeah, I know. Hate everything right now. Shower, eat, sleep, and you will not hate it. I know, I hate everything. I hate everything. Obviously, I said that too. But it doesn't negate that tourism also does that, right?
You know what, Chantal? This live stream is just about over. And I think you going to Cuba, I think you took some inspiration from the movie Eat, Pray, Love. I saw that movie. Great movie for anybody who is curious about it. For those who haven't seen it, it stars Julia Roberts as the main character, and she is in an unhappy marriage, and she gets divorced, and she travels to 3 different places in the movie. She travels first to Rome, and then she travels to India, and then to another location. I think it's Bali. And then all these different things happen in these different locations. But the reason why I'm bringing that up, Chantal, if you happen to see my React video, I would like to remind you of one part in the movie with Julia Roberts and her guy friend when she's at the in India. She and the guy friend are sitting at a table, and she's feeling rather down because she's thinking about her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, and they're sitting there drinking, a Coke, actual Coke, not powder Coke. And she's looking at the guy and saying, I thought I was over him, but I still love him. I miss him. And the guy character says to her, so miss him. Send him light and love every time you think about him and then drop it. And then the guy goes on to say, you know, if you could just take all that stuff that you've got in your mind that you're obsessing over this guy, and if you pushed it away, you know what would happen? You know, like all kinds of love and light would just rush in and fill that space. You know, you're obsessing over Nader. And all of that obsession is just filling up that space inside of you. But if you pushed all that away, so much more could come to you and fill you with goodness. But you've got to get all that crap out first. So maybe that'd be a healthy approach for you. Every time you start thinking about Nader, obsessing over Nader, just send him love and light in your head and then drop it. Don't keep carrying it around like old luggage. Drop it. Just drop it. Stop filling up your head and your heart and your soul with him. Drop it.
So, I'm not saying that the government's good either. It's not my point here. I don't care. I'm not a resort person. I should have realized this. And now I'm stuck here. And now I have to go through a whole torturous day of travel again just to get home, which I'll probably be psychotic again after.
You know what, Chantal? On behalf of those of us who would love to take a vacation, who would love to have the money and the time and the space to take a vacation to a beautiful place, I got this to say. Okay? Stop acting like an entitled, ungrateful brat. Girl, you're on vacation. You're on vacation. You're in a beautiful location where you can be near the sand and enjoy the sights. Stop complaining. There are lots of people who work 10 times harder than you, that have much more stressful lives than you. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the free time you have to take a vacation. Be grateful. Invite gratitude into your soul. And then you might enjoy more of what you have. But you're so entitled that you have no gratitude. You don't see how lucky you are versus how other people have to live. You're over there in Cuba and you're bitching about Cuba. Stop. Just stop.
Very psychotic. All I want to do is complain, I know. I don't know what will come off. Why not Cuba? I don't know. Jessica, everyone thought you wouldn't go. I don't even care what people think anymore. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I didn't do this to show people I would do it. Like,
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You took this vacation to spite everybody because everybody said you wouldn't do it. You are a defiant person. If you say that I'm not going to do something, I will do it just to spite you. That's evidently clear because you're on vacation and you're not enjoying yourself. You're miserable. You did this to spite everybody.
like that's how I did it. I really don't give a fuck who.
Yes, you do.
You think I care about like someone like fucking Charlie FFG who's sitting there cackling about like whatever. I don't care. Keep talking about me.
We will.
I'm in a beautiful resort. I know, guys. I know my situation, but I can't get out of my head. Like I can't help how I feel.
Well, here's a pro tip for you, Chantal. As long as you sit in your room thinking about Nader, just sitting there all by your doggone self, you're going to continue to think about him and you're going to be miserable. So the best thing for you to do is to get out of that room and go do something else. Get your mind off of him. And then maybe you might be able to enjoy your vacation just a little bit. But as long as you're in your room, live streaming, thinking about him, you're going to have a horrible time.
Yeah, I got my channel back.
So that's pretty much it for the live stream. I mean, it kind of cuts off here. I'm going to go ahead and try to refresh this. I wanted to capture it before she got rid of it. I was afraid that she would get rid of it. I'm actually shocked that she didn't delete this. I am completely shocked. But I'm going to go ahead and include the comments. There was no comments to begin with, but I want to include them now at the end. Because like I said, I didn't know she would keep this up. I thought she would delete this because she was going off. 316 says, Chantal is back and in full-on overdrive. Imagine being on a tropical island with sandy beaches, a beautiful blue ocean, friendly people, and a new adventure, and the only thing she could talk about is Nads. And on top of it all, she has lied that she hasn't been in communications with Nad, the one she has filed a police report against for domestic violence and still repeatedly is in contact with. I hope someone archives this for future evidence against her. Don't worry, 316. Reaction channels are on it. We're going to archive this crap. Are you kidding? We got this. Laura H says, at this point, none of this makes Nader look bad. Sorry, not sorry. You're not a victim. At this point, he is not manipulating you, lying to you, or tricking you because he's shown you too many times that this man falls just short of truly hating you. True. Also true. He can't stand Chantal. He likes her money, but he doesn't like her. Sally Mae says, our girl's dementia is still present, complaining about a third world country, acting like she hasn't had a permanent residence in Ghetto Gatineau these past few months. Taylor AH says, when you've gotten everything in your life and you've never been told no, this is how you turn out. She's really honestly thinks she's entitled to him. Thank you for saying that. True. She's gone her whole life feeling entitled to everything, including people. She truly does feel entitled to Nader. Like, I want him, therefore I should have him. I don't care if he doesn't want me. I should own him. He's mine. I'm entitled to Nader. That's not how people work. They have a free will of their own. You can't tell people to be with you just because you want them. Art by CDC says, how can one person be so pathetic? It's astonishing. Sue Smith says, I was prepared for a lot, or so I thought. Nothing could have prepared me for this sleaze fest. Chantal, some things really are best unshared. Yes. Yes. She overshared in this live stream, did she not? Miss Parker says, imagine being in another country on a beautiful beach, but still raging and crying over a person you claim abused you. You are truly insane. Yep. Yep. I agree. Anna Robertson says, how long did she keep blaming everyone else and not taking real responsibility? This girl needs serious help. She's been needing help for a while, but the thing is, she doesn't want help. She's not reaching out for help. There are lots of people that would be able to help her, but she's got to reach out for it. She's got to go for it. It's not going to come to her, but it's there if she does need it. Let's see. Christine Knows It All says, I have never seen anyone go on holiday, then cry and be so manic the minute they get into the resort. This human needs to get her head straight. My theory is that, Chantal is used to certain party favors, and she couldn't bring those along on the trip, so she's crashing. She's seriously crashing without certain party favors. This is the result of crashing without your party favors. If you spent weeks and months running from everything, and then it all catches up to you. This is the result. You go on vacation without your party favors, and then the party's over. You got to deal with the mess in your head, and you got to clean it up. Let's see. Flora says she's sick. She's a sad older woman, a drunk, who ignores her freaking mother for Nader, that you chose to be intimate with. Yeah, that was something I didn't need to hear. That her and Dede and Nader, oh God, why is that picture in my head? Ew, God, why do we have to hear about that? That was TMI, too much. I didn't need to know that. She could have left that part out. Let's see. Next comment. LK says, the milk overfloweth and thy thirst is sated. Thank you, Chinny. Have a wonderful bees during your time in Cuba. God. Little Spout says, Chantal, you have outdone yourself. I'm speechless. I know, this was a lot. This was an entire stream full of tea. It wasn't just like a little sip here and there. The whole thing was that way. Goodness gracious. So this live stream is a bit long. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, but that's just a sample of the comments. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching, and have a pleasant day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.